Hi viewers, this is the third part of paper 2H GCSE Math January 2023, and I hope so it will helpful for you all. So we will continue question number 21 onwards, and it is given that the surface area of sphere is 49 pi centimeter squared, find the volume of sphere and give your answer correct to nearest integer. So surface area of sphere equal 4 pi r squared, and surface area of sphere is given, which is 49 pi is equal to 4 pi r squared. We can cancel pi and pi, so r square is equal to 49 over 4, which gives us we will take square root on both sides, so it is equal to 7 over 2, or we can say that 3.5. You can check here, 7 divided 2. Sorry, this must be 1. Okay, so next we must know the volume of sphere, which is equal 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So 4 over 3 pi r is 3.5 cube. We'll see our answer in digits. It is 4 over 3 shift pi bracket open 3.5 cubed, which is equal 179.6, or we can say that 180. We required our answer in integers. Okay, this is centimeter cubed. Next, question number 2, solve the inequality and which shows clear algebraic working. So it is 6x squared plus 37x. If we bring 35 left, minus 35 less than or equal to 0. So we will try to use factorization concept first, and see 6. If we check our product, that is equal 35 multiplied by 6 gives us minus 210, and some value is 37x. So if we check two numbers which we multiply to get product, as well as if we add and subtract, it must be 37. For example, 41 multiplied by 4, no, 42 multiplied by 5, yeah, that gives me the answer. So but remember that 42 must be plus, means 42x minus 5x is exactly 37x. So we can say that 6x squared plus 42x minus 5x minus 35 less than or equal to 0. So here we have 6x common, so x plus 7 minus 5 is common, so x plus 7 less than 0. It means we are getting x plus 7 as well as 6x minus 5 less than or equal to 0. So I will have two answers. Later I will see this is less than or greater than, okay? X plus 7 equals 0, 6x minus 5 equals 0, x is equal to minus 7, and x is equal to 5 over 6. So remember that this is decreasing function because the function is less than or equal to 0, and it's U shape because x square is positive. So it means your curve shape is U, and if function goes up, it is increasing, and here decreasing. Let's suppose here we have minus 7, here this point represent 5 over 6, okay? Now we will see that as the function is decreasing, so from minus 7 to right side means all the values which are greater than or equal to minus 7, that shows decreasing function, means x greater than or equal to minus 7, and all those values of x which are less than 5 over 6, okay, less than or equal to means down, x less than or equal to 5 over 6. If you write combinedly, that means minus 7 is less than or equal to x, and x is less than or equal to 5 over 6. So this is your last answer. I hope so you get the idea or concept. Next question is 23. The diagram shows a solid prism A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Many points, important point. The prism is such that each cross section is a pentagon, and this is 2x, AB, and AE is x, so BC is also x. They have mentioned this side is 8, so this side is also 8, and same as this is 12, so this is 12, this is 12, this is 12. They all are 12s. Now what they want calculate the angle that AJ makes with base. So we have to find AJ, and if you draw perpendicular, but before moving on perpendicular, we must know what is our x or 2x. That will help us. If I consider only this much, if I draw triangle, draw perpendicular, and it shows me one triangle. Remember that this perpendicular divides AB exactly two parts because CD and ED are equal lengths, isosceles concept, and it means this is X. Okay, if you draw this one is 8, this one is X, and remember that a angle in a rectangle is 90, so 120 minus 90, 30. So here angle is 30. We can find out height or x easily. So x represent the adjacent over hypotenuse is cos, means cos 30 is x over 8. So x is equal to 8 cos 30, which gives me, if we check here, 8 multiply cos 30, it gives me 6.928, 6.9. We can see the three significant figures, so 6.93. We can check again. Yes, this is x, and 2x is what then? Multiply by this. Okay, so 6.93 multiplied by 2, that gives me 13.86. 8, 6. So this is 13.86, x is 6.92, and we can find this height also with the help of Pythagoras, means 8 square is equal to 6.93 whole square plus h square means h is equal to, if we check directly, that means 8 squared minus 6.93 squared gives us what? Take the square root of the answer. We get 3.99 means, in other words, 4.0. So this height is 4.0. So remember that if I draw a height which connects the midpoint of GH here, this one, let's suppose that point is M. This total height is x plus h, means mj. Mj is equal to 4 plus that x, still here is x, okay? So that is, we found it here, 6.93 means 10.93. This is 10.93. So how to find AM, this length? That will help us to find A, the angle between AJ and the base ABHG, means this one angle, this one. So AM, this side is 12, this side is the half of GH, means 6 point, we can consider 6.93. So by using these two, we know that this is a rectangle, so here 90 degree. Using Pythagoras, we can find out AM is what? AM whole square is equal to 12 square plus 6.93 squared, which gives us, if we check in calculator directly, so that gives me 12 squared plus 6.93 squared, and square root of the answer, that is equal to 13.9. 13.9. So now we will see the angle between AJ makes with the base ABHG. So if you check this one, this is adjacent, which is 13.9, and here we have height. So opposite over adjacent, always 10. We can say that 10A is equal to 10.93 over 13.9, and A equal tan inverse 10.93 over 13.9, which gives me, we can check here, shift 10, bracket open, we have 10.93 over 13.9, bracket close, equal 38.2. So 38.2 is the angle which we find out, and it represents the angle AJ makes with the base ABHG of the prism. Hope so you get it. Next question is 24. So if you check carefully, this curve relates with sine curve, and there are two transformation are there. One is stretch, and the second is plus B, that means translation along y-axis. So I can say that the first thing is in this graph is stretch, and the stretch factor is equal A parallel along y-axis. Here this is ch only. Okay. And second thing, I can say that translation, and the translation vector I have only along y-axis, not along x-axis, so 0, b. And remember that if you have simple y is equal to sine of x, that means the maximum and minimum value or amplitude of sine of x are 1 and -1. Okay, so at sine 0, 0 means when sine 0, it gives a 0. Sine 90 degree 1, you can check in calculator also. Sine 90, that gives us 1. Same as sine 180 gives us 0. Sine 270 -1, and then 260 again 0, but first 1 or 2 will help us. So it means when you start sine curve, it starts from 0. And if you have here 90, 180, it will be like that at 91, and then it will come down again 0, and then like that. Now if you check your curve, which is y is equal to a sine of x, so it is stretch along y-axis with stretch factor a as well as translation. Okay, so only the y coordinate will be affected. For example, if I check the first one, so stretch factor we multiply along y-axis. So if you multiply 0 with a, it gives me 0, but then they add something. If you check carefully, it is at 0.5. It means plus 0.5. So we find out b is 0.5, but a still we are not. So if I check the second coordinate 90, I have normally I have amplitude 1, but it is not 1 at 90. If you check here 90, it is 3.5. It means at 90 the y is equal to sine of x curve has 1 amplitude, and if you multiply 1 with 3, you will reach at 3, and then add the translation 0.5 to get this. It is like that: 3 multiply 1 plus 0.5. It means a is 3 and b is 0.5. So we find out a is equal 3 and the value of b is 0.5. b equals 0.5. I hope so you get it. Next question is, the function f is such that f of x is equal to 3x squared minus 12x plus 7, where x is less than or equal to 2. Remember that this is u-shaped function and it is many one function, and in many one function there is no f inverse. But if you restrict the domain as they restricted x less than or equal to 2, then the inverse is possible. So only in this case it is impossible. So it means we have to do the work. F of x is equal to 3x squared minus 12x plus 7. So we will suppose that y is equal to 3x squared minus 12x plus 7. I will try to use completing square method. So take 3 common. So x squared minus 4x plus 7. Here the coefficient of x is 4, so we will take the half of 4, which gives us 2. Take the square of 2, add as well as subtract, plus 7. And next step, x minus 2 whole square plus, this is minus, and we can say that here minus also, minus 3 into 4 plus 7, and 3x minus 2 whole square minus 12 plus 7. So 3x minus 2 whole square minus 5. Now once you made it the form of completing square that will help you. Now use the second point of the inverse function, change the places of x and y. So here I will write y, and then the third step is make y subject. Okay, means we will take 5 from right to left, so it would be x plus 5, 3 bracket open y minus 2 whole square. And next step is y minus 2 whole square is equal to x plus 5 over 3. And if we take square root both sides, it would be y minus 2 square root of x plus 5 over 3. And the last step, y is equal to 2 plus x plus 5 over 3. And this y, which is after rearranging, this represent f inverse is equal to plus square root of x plus 5 over 3. I hope so you get the concept of inverse function. Next, the last question of this paper is find the value of n such that we will use indices concept to find out, and then algebraic, of course. So we have 10 power 4n multiply 2 power 3 bracket open n squared minus 5n multiply 5 2 bracket open 1 minus 2n over 20 square is equal to 1. So 10 is a multiple of 2 and 5. So we can say that 2 multiply 5 whole power 4n, and here you can multiply 3 inside. So it is 3n square minus 15n, and multiply 5 power 2 minus 4n is equal to 20 squared multiplied by 1. And here 2 power 4n we can simplify with 2 power 3n square means plus 3n. If bases are same, we can add the powers 15n, and same as 5 power 4n plus 2 minus 4n is equal to 400. And here 2 power 3n square minus 11n, and 5 power plus 4n minus 4n cancel, 2 is equal to 400. Next step, 2 power 3n square minus 11n. This 5 square means 25, and if you take 25 other side, it will divide. 2 power 3n square minus 11n is equal to 400 over 25, which gives us 400 over 25, 16. 2 power 3n square minus 11n is equal to 16, and 16 is a multiple of 2. So 3n square minus 11n is equal to 2 power 4. That gives us 16. Now the bases are same. We can say that 3n square minus 11n is equal to 4, or 3n square minus 11n minus 4 is equal to 0. So next we have 3 ways. One way is to use quadratic formula and completing square as well as factorization, and the third is the easy way to use calculator, but you must know a is what, b is what, and c equal minus 4. So let me check here. Mode 5, it is second order, so 3. The value of a is 3, then value of b is minus 11, and the value of c is minus 4. That gives me one answer 4, and second answer minus 1 over 3. So these are the answers. either you can use quadratic formula, and the quadratic formula is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. That will work also. I hope so you understand. And if you like my videos, subscribe my channel and you will get my new video notification. Bye.